Congrats all of you for finishing the school year. Special shout outs to our 7th graders, that's the class of 2031. You completed your first year in the high school. To our 8th graders, that's class of 2030, you completed junior high. Excellent. To our 9th graders, class of 2029, you finished your first year of high school. 10th graders, class of 2028, you are halfway there. 11th graders, class of 2027, you will now be stepping up as the seniors. And class of 2026, you are done. Congratulations. The point of today is to acknowledge some of your accomplishments. Obviously, this is not going to be an exhaustive list of all the things you've accomplished and achieved this year. Not everything fits neatly into a named award, but I hope you're all really proud of how much you've grown and everything you've done this year. So without further ado, I'll introduce a man who wears many hats. English teacher, social studies teacher, film teacher, baseball coach, wiffle ball league creator, speech writing consultant, author, filmmaker, wedding officiant, and my own 8th grade teacher and RMC for the program, the unreadable Mr. Steve Guinan.
Bonjour, bonsoir, hola, ça va, guten Tag, yo, CTA fam, award much? Time to glow up and secure the bag. No cap, no chop, only fire, bro. Get a wrist check and hand the hardware to the baddie who locked in and didn't crash out. Low-key ignored the rage bait skippity and trusted their inner sauce grind set. Let the drit walk the walk, avoided the delulu, brain rot, and remain not extra cringe nor mad, shooky, but gloated, low-key, real-time, high-key dubs. Low genuine, these are the Gen Alpha. MVGs, the OGs who slayed, nailed, crushed, killed, ate, and served. On God, nothing they fear. Translation? Mouth off. You have not. That is right. You have survived an entire school year. You have given new meaning to doing a 180. Which shall not be mistaken for spinning back, but in our case, moving forward 180 days. You did it. You made it to this, the last day of school. You survived a year of math, science, history, English, Hebrew, Judaic studies, and hiding in the bathroom during davening. Think of all you have learned from your dedicated and knowledgeable teachers and scholars and textbooks, as well as the true source of knowledge, your class group chats. It's amazing you made it through just to endure the most difficult task of all, having to sit through an interminable awards ceremony. Truly, you thought English class was boring, folks? We have a total of 67 awards to hand out. 67. Don't even. Serious, you're kidding me? Anyway, let's get to the awards. In preparation for the World Cup and the nations of the world coming to the U.S., the entire middle school English and Social Studies departments left it. That's right, Ms. Freed and myself spent this Shavuos in Europe doing research, I assure you. Where I officiated a wedding, Ms. Freed began preparing for one. That would be hers. Big mazel tov to Allie in Austin, but also a sweet, sorrowful parting for our extraordinary English and history teacher, and Shakespeare impresario. Let's do this. I'd like to invite anyone who has had the good fortune of having Miss Freed as a teacher, please join me on the bema. 7th graders, 8th graders, 9th graders, you know who you are. Could you please join me here on the bema? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It's right here.
You're on YouTube. What?
Wow. Hard to believe it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years, but Callie, in 3 years in such a short time, you became a rock, a talented and inspiring teacher, and contagiously sanguine colleague. That's my Shakespeare word, sanguine for that. But we know, as you head back to your hometown, Cleveland, and your gig at the Laurel School, I sense you will continue your outstanding work of connecting and inspiring. Please welcome to front and center, Callie Freed.
If you're in the back, you can't be seen. If you can't see me, I can't see you. Okay? And I know Miss Freed would love to be able to remember everybody. Okay? I tell you who I can't see. I can't see Avi. I can't see Dovi. Come sit up here. Just or stand. Yeah. Okay, Hallie. This is going to be a big mushy of a picture, but you'll hang it on your wall in your new school. Okay.
Now everyone else can go sit down, but Ms. Freed, you may remain and bestow the 7th grade Citizenship Award.
I hope I win.
Nothing goes in it today. Like I said. I did not grade your final okay. The 7th grade Citizenship Award recognizes a student who demonstrates kindness, respect, responsibility, and a positive impact on those around them. This year's recipient has shown incredible dedication and perseverance, continuing to work hard even when faced with challenges. Their determination and commitment have been an example to others and myself throughout the year. Beyond their strong work ethic, this student brings joy wherever they go. Their goofy sense of humor and positive spirit help bring our class together, putting smiles on the faces of classmates and teachers every single day. They're someone who works well with everyone, treats others with respect, and helps create a welcoming and supportive classroom community. For their resilience, kindness, positivity, and outstanding citizenship, it is my honor to present this year's Citizenship Award to Zach Smith.
Finding your voice, disruptions, getting out of your comfort zone, how to leave an impression. Those were the themes pronounced by the 8th graders, freshmen, at last night's freshman speech event for, get this, the class of 2030. It's like those movies, those dystopian movies set so far in the future, you can't even imagine what it would be like. So strange, almost as outlandish as Guinan with a mustache. Okay, maybe not that crazy. Anyone who expected last night's freshman speech, or who experienced last night's freshman speech, would understand how difficult it would be to pick among them just one who would deserve the 8th grade citizenship award. Many are deserving for their diligence and their character and their respect for one another. But one stands out for her consistently positive attitude, her teachable growth mindset, outlook, her respect for all teachers and fellow students alike. She's not the reason I can't tell dad jokes, but she is this year's winner of the 8th grade citizenship award, Ariella Wolf. In his second full year, Rabbi Weiner continues to steer the upper and lower school with a steady hand and dulcet tones. He's CTA's masked singer and looks maxer. In one, please welcome Rabbi Weiner.
The Rabbi Julius L. Baker Torah Scholarship Award was established by Rabbi Baker for the purpose of promoting Torah study among Columbus Torah Academy students and graduates. It is granted annually to a graduating 8th grader continuing in a yeshiva or Hebrew day school and carries a one-year tuition grant of $1,000. The funds are administered by the Columbus Jewish Foundation. The award is granted to a student who is diligent in Torah study and the performance of mitzvot, exhibits exemplary human behavior, and shows promise of continued Torah study. Preference is given to 8th graders who are enrolling in CTA for high school. This year's Rabbi Julius L. Baker Torah Scholarship Award goes to a advancing 8th grader, an incoming freshman, a rising freshman, whose energy, excitement, exuberance, vigor, and all-around zest for learning, but not just for Torah learning itself, but for living Judaism, alive, living, real Judaism, lights up every room that she is in. And we are sure that she will be doing an amazing job as she continues on in CTA's Girls High School. Without further ado, we award this year's Julius L. Baker Torah Scholarship Award to Mati Teisman.
Okay, lots of amazing moments this year on the court, field, and pitch. There were the highlight reel dunks in boys basketball, the nail-biter championship game for the girls, and those sensational sophomores. And there was the huge team win against Kushner in the CTA. But lest we forget, the story of the year was the dominant girls volleyball team. Let's go! We are excited to hear that show on the road in a tournament next year in Atlanta, hosted by Atlanta Jewish Academy. Go Lions! For more on this year's achievements, here is the softball coach of the year, and he will have Capital Conference 5 years running, and our CTA athletic director and phys ed teacher of the year, 23 years running, Matt Bailey.
Thank you, Coach. I have the honor of presenting this year's athletic awards, particularly the all-conference awards of our leagues. We participate in 2 leagues. One, the athletic league, is our high school league. It's a 14-team league. We also participate in a middle school league, which is called the Central Ohio Athletic League, which there's 8 leagues. Just want to explain what the all-conference recognition award is. Student athletes are chosen as the top athletes in their sport by the opposing coaches. So not our own coaches. Our coaches put up our players, our entire team, and then they go and vote and have ballots. And the top vote getters are put onto teams. So most of the time it's the first team, second team, and an honorable mention. In our middle school league, since there's only 8 teams, there's only one particular team. So the amount of people based on your sport. So for example, first team would be 11 people for soccer, 6 for volleyball, and then obviously 5. And they also do a 6-man award also for basketball. So fortunately, we've had some pretty good years this year, and I want to go over our gentlemen and our ladies who received all conference awards. First, I'd like to start with the middle school. Again, there's only one team. We'll start off with, we unfortunately didn't have middle school volleyball this year, but we did have middle school soccer. And we had 2 representatives on middle school soccer this year. All conference awards for middle school boys soccer was Ellie Cosberg and Yonatan Emsel. And Ellie is in 6th grade, so I had to come down here to grab his award. I'll do these together. We had 2 basketball awards, one for girls and one for boys. We got 1 representative on both teams. Our representatives this year, our award winners for all conference, are R.A. Goldstein and Julia Frank. Our upper school, our varsity sports, again, 14-team league. They are divided into a first team, second team, and an honorable mention. We had 3 for our varsity volleyball. Again, a very successful season. And then obviously that why it follows the awards in that way too also. So we had 3 winners this year. Bella Chaplinski. both Bella and Almaz got first team all conference, and Rena got second team all conference. We did have one representative on the soccer team. First team all conference, Noah Blumberg. Now into basketball, okay? We'll start off with our boys team first. We had 3 representatives. Yona Liebesman, Sam Frank, and Yo-Yo Goodell. Yona and Sam both got second team all conference, and Yo-Yo got honorable mention. Now on to our girls. We have 4 representatives on our runner-up basketball team in the United League this year. Pretty exciting game. We have 4 representatives: Eliana Lefkowitz, Adam Chapin, Eliana Frank, and Rena Peltz. Eden and Eliana got both first team all conference. Eliana Frank and Rena Peltz received second team all conference. I have one last award to present. I will actually have one to announce. Obviously, the Coach of the Year, Eddie Carmilla. They also do a Player of the Year for those that receive the most votes in the conference. And we have a Player of the Year in the conference, our first one since I've been here. Actually, the second one since I've been here. And that one goes to Eden Chapin. Thank you guys for allowing me to speak.
For our Yakar recognition, watch carefully. You're about to see some serious aura forming. And not just from the members of Yakar, but from their fearless leader, the true farmer of aura, Elisa Delman.
Mr. Guinan. Yakar is the Hebrew word for precious. Our high school honor society is an impressive group of students. They strive to do their best. Each of them set a semester-long goal to take upon themselves a mitzvah to either begin doing or begin doing better. At the end of the semester, they each gave a short presentation on their findings, honestly disclosing their success or failure and reflecting on the impact upon their lives and relationships. I want to recognize students from the 25-26 school year. Please come up when you hear your name called, and I'll say something about the whole group. Noah Berger. Noah Berger, Layla Bindell, Noah Bloomberg, David Buren, Talia Chaikin, Eden Chaikin, Bella Chaplinski, Rena Harrow, Gabriella Illen, Sapir Import, Eliana Lefkowitz, Aaliyah Newman, Rena Peltz, Alama Samuel, Sophia Zim, Akiva Chaikin, and Mimi Myers. Come on up. So eligibility for your car begins second semester of 10th grade. Special shout out to Akiva and Mimi who were part of your car every semester they could be and gave 4 different presentations over the years. So the 15 students besides the seniors, they each gave presentations to a panel just a couple weeks ago describing their efforts toward their goals. The panel this year included Steve Schottenstein, our new board president, Miss Lisa got to hear them, and me. And it made me feel very proud to have given them this opportunity to work on their goals. I didn't get to tell you guys as a group before. I wanted to do it right now in front of people. You guys really did a great job. I'm so happy that we have this honor society, and I look forward to seeing what other things come from this very impressive bunch. And I have a little something for the seniors. Here you go.
Sorry. It's okay. What? Okay.
Okay. Moving right along. The Cum Laude Society was founded as a fraternity, Alpha Tau Delta. This year, CTA inducted into the former frat house its newest frat bro, Yitzi Cooper. As president of the Cum Laude Society, I'm pleased to announce the designees for this year, which is like being a pledge. You're not really in, but you can suffer the hazing rituals like putting it on your college application. Mazel tov to this year's designees, Noah Bloomberg and Noah Berger. Maybe next year you'll maybe. Just a pledge. Easy. Okay, our next presenter somehow managed to not miss a beat after the birth of her child, Abigail. She continued, it was in November, she continued to be the heartbeat of Judaic Studies, leading student council and our in-school Shabbaton. I'm hoping she can have some good old-fashioned downtime this summer. Along with Mrs. Freed, please, Ms. Freed, please welcome Ms. Shira Newman.
Okay, while I wait for Ms. Freed to come up, we have had the pleasure and honor of working with both our high school and our junior high student councils this year. And we upped the level of what it meant to be in student council. We upped the responsibility, and these students have definitely risen to the occasion.
Okay, so high school student council members work incredibly hard to plan and execute different events for the high school. They take into account the interests and priorities of our school to plan activities that will be meaningful for our student body. High school student council, please join us on stage for your recognition. And Mrs. Blitch specially printed us these trophies that say student council. Okay, and junior high student council members step into their leadership roles for the first time and learn how to take on big responsibilities. They planned major events like the Shop Town, a Hanukkah trip to the Waxman Heritage Village, and many more. We are so excited to see what these students continue to do. Junior high student council members, please join us on the stage for a photo.
Okay, let's do this again. Let's do this again. Another sweet sorrow. Please, if you have been fortunate enough to have Rabbi Yaknis as your teacher, please join us. Rabbi Yaknis.
No, not.
Sorry, 5 years ago. All right. 5 years ago, Rabbi Moshe Yaknis moved to Columbus. Since then, the Judaic Studies Department has thrived, guided by his disarming, sensitive, engaging, and welcoming style. At the summer camp and after school, he founded the baseball club, doing the essential work of giving our students the chance to develop their love and their skills of the game. With such talent, deep down, we always knew he was bound for Hollywood. True story. Sure enough, he and his family will be taking his teaching to Boucher Maimonides Academy in Hollywood, Florida this summer. Please welcome to the Bima for a final picture and the Gabbai appreciation, Rabbi Yaknis.
Oh shoot.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Gagnon. I just want to hijack the mic for a second. It definitely has been an honor and privilege to teach all of you over the last 5 years. I think this is the first year I can stand up here and say that every single student in this room is someone that I taught along the way. And I'm definitely going to miss you all very much. And if you ever are in Florida or you need a place to go swimming, please feel free to reach out. I'd love to see you. Okay, so getting to God my appreciation. For those of you who are at davening every day, which is some of you, you may be aware that I oversee davening. And when I was updating my resume, overseeing upper school daily minyan, it's a nice line that I can put on my resume, and I did put it on my resume. But if I were to be asked what exactly that entails, well, that got a little more awkward. I would have to make up something on the spot, because the reality is that other than stand up in front of Mincha and saying certain things out loud, maybe the junior high girls can help me out. I don't know, apparently they're into my honor to the but really it does not entail that much because we have such excellent Gabayim who really do so much of the work and make it that I really do not have that much to do. So I just want to take a moment to recognize our Gabayim and a few other people who played a big role in helping davening run smoothly. So first of all, I want to give a shout out to Akiva Shakin, who's been our head Gabbai the last year. And then our Gabbai Shanies, Noah Blumberg and Tuvi Cooper. And then lastly, I just want to give a shout out. I always say that one of the most important jobs in the minyan is what I call the starter. You always need that person who's there on time and is going to get up there and start bracha, start davening, because otherwise, if you don't have that person, if you've been in many shuls around the country, you'll see that davening just doesn't start. Everybody looks at each other awkwardly and waits for something to happen. So I do want to give a special shout out to Ty Bindell and Ellie Kosberg, who I think did probably 98% of the brachos and Nora and Tuvi, come on, get a little picture of them.
Okay, moving on, I'd like to introduce the current principal in the high school, who by virtue of chain of command is also the new head of school, and the new lower school principal, PTO president of the board, as well as the new Gabayim. So, please welcome Debbie Grasham.
Grades are just one way that we capture student achievement. They don't tell a full story of what a student has accomplished, and of course, many of you have pushed yourself beyond what you thought you could do, really tried hard, put in your best effort, and it may not have ended in an A, but that could still be the class you're the most proud of, and that's great. There are some people, though, who have received straight A's, we'll call it, in either 1, 2, or 3 quarters this year. The fourth quarter grades are not in yet. Reminder to teachers, please remember to submit your grades for fourth quarter. So I'm going to acknowledge the students in our upper school have received all A's for 1 quarter, then for 2 quarters, and then for all 3 quarters that have been completed so far. Baruch Hashem, it's a long list, so you do not need to, let's hold our applause to the end of the first quarter list, then clap for everyone. No need to come up. Do you guys want to stand up to be acknowledged? I'm going to go with yes. So when I call your name, stand up, but you can sit. You can stand up and stay in your seat. Okay. So students have, this is alphabetical order, mixed grades. Students have received all A's for a quarter this year. Layla Bendel, Yo-Yo Bendel, Eden Chaikin, Jacob Chaplinsky, Aaron Epstein, Yossi Feinberg, Chaim Gisser, Sasha Glushkin, Dovi Hollander, Achinoam Kapath, Jesse Lefkowitz, Yona Liebesman, Aaliyah Newman, Ariel Kowski, Rena Peltz, Basha Reitman, Mayor Lunschneider, and Noah Beckman. Would you love these students? Okay. Now we have students who received all A's for 2 quarters out of the 3 that have so far been graded. Hold your applause to the end. Akiva Chaikin, Bella Chaplinsky, Aliza Freed, Eva Kruglov, Noah Schumann, and Novus Mason. And now people who received all A's on report cards for all 3 quarters that have been submitted so far. Okay. Noah Berger, Evan Binsky, Noah Blumberg, David Buren, Kayla Cooper, Tuvi Cooper, Yitzi Cooper, Rena Harrow, Gabriella Illen, Sapir Import, Ari Lefkowitz, Eliana Lefkowitz, Mimi Myers, Moshe Newman, Tamar Chrysler, Alama Samuel, Dahlia Savage, Monty Teichman, Eliza Weprin, and Sonia Weprin. In addition to our classroom grades, I also want to acknowledge some special academic recognition some of our students have received this year. We had several students earn AP Scholar recognition based on last year's AP exam scores. This year's scores have not yet been released, and you're all anxiously awaiting for July 6th. We will be getting those. And some of them have previously graduated, so of our current seniors who have received AP Scholar recognition, so the AP Scholars, Yo-Yo Mendel and Mimi Myers. And AP Scholar with Honor, Akiva Chaikin and Yitzi Cooper. We also had several students receive the College Board Big Future National Recognition based on achievements on AP exams and or PSAT assessments. Layla Bendel, Rena Harrow, David Buren, Noah Berger, and Ashley Burnside. Additionally, CTA is blessed to have a student body with varied interests and talents and families that support those pursuits. So I want to give special recognition to a few students and tell you what they're doing that extends beyond our classrooms and the wall of CTA. Again, this is not everything, and I'm sure you guys are doing really awesome stuff, but I just want to give a few highlights. Mimi Myers worked as a Stand With Us intern, which benefited all of us this year. So that's someone who works with Stand With Us, an organization that helps with Israel advocacy in high schools. She presented newsletters, I don't say monthly, updated our bulletin boards, brought in speakers to address our students on Israel advocacy, an important cause right now. She is passing the baton next year to Noah Blumberg. He will be we look forward to everything you will be doing next year now. Layla Bendel participated in the Jerusalem Science Contest. It's an international academic competition for Jewish high school students that combines advanced study of a scientific field with explorations of its connection to Jewish thought and values through exams, lectures, and independent research project. And she won a $200 award for her work this year. Noah Blumberg participated in Student to Student through Jewish Columbus, a program that sends Jewish high school students into local classrooms, especially those with small Jewish populations, to share what it means to be a Jewish teen. Noah presented to 80 students at Olentangy Berlin High School about basic Jewish laws, about laws of Judaism, a brief history of Israel. And for those of you who don't know, in addition to his Jewish community work, Noah has been playing golf on Bexley's varsity team since his freshman year. He also participated in a dozen golf tournaments over this past year, and not easy with the overlapping summer season and full of classes, so congratulations, Noah. If you want to know more about the student-to-student program, I think it's a very cool opportunity. Please talk to Noah about his experience. I think some of you will really enjoy it. Okay. Noah Berger, Rena Harrow, Gabrielle Illen, and Aaliyah Newman completed a year in the Western Service Corps this year. They work with other Jewish teams from all around Columbus doing community service. And we're proud to next year's Western Service Corps participants, Evan Binsky, Tali Chaikin, Aliana Lefkowitz, Alama Samuel, and Sophia Zim, with Aaliyah, Rena, and Noah returning as senior leadership cover. So, proud of what we're doing in the broader Jewish community. Some of our rising seniors have been selected for NCSY Regional Board. I think it really highlights what a special community we are. Even though with our size, we end up having the majority of members of any city on the regional board, so it's really cool. Rena Harrow and Aaliyah Newman for this year will be into at chapter level. Congrats to the new Columbus chapter president. Hope I have this right, Sophia Zip. Some other cool fellowships our students have done. Noah Berger participated in the Hartman Teen Fellowship this year. It's a program for Jewish high school students in grades 10 to 12 from across the United States and Canada to cultivate their Jewish identities and worldviews. Eliana Lefkowitz and Sophia Zip will participate next year. So if you want part of the reason highlighting a lot of these things also is for younger classes. You guys can think about some of these things. Are these things be involved in the extended Jewish community at large. So looking through these. Okay, a few more that I want to mention, and then I'll turn it over. Okay, this summer, Ari Olkowski will be participating in Inspired AI, a program that teaches middle and high school students about artificial intelligence through hands-on projects and guidance from experienced mentors. He'll be working on a project entitled Searching for Exoplanets with AI Using Data Collected from NASA's Kepler Telescope. Sounds fascinating. And a few other of our other outstanding athletes in different fields that we can't offer here. Alma Samuel spends over 20 hours a week dancing, often in So among her awards this year is an invitation to the Joffrey Ballet School in New York, second place in a $1,000 check for the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Talent Hunt, and a $70,000 scholarship to the AMDA College of Performing Arts. Gymnastics team came in second in state and competed in the regional tournament, and he personally qualified for the national meet, so congratulations. Again, I'm sure plenty of you are doing such amazing things. You don't tell me or Mrs. Delvin about it, we may not know to acknowledge it, but I'm really proud that you guys really pursue your passions, and it's an important thing to do and keep up, and really proud of you all.
Sunday, Yonatan Bendel, class of 2026, spoke about giving back by paying forward. How we can make an impact helping others in our community by taking an active role. In 2016, 10 years ago, hard to believe, Josh Wolf graduated from CTA, but he wanted to do just that, give back. He created an award for perhaps the greatest trait in achievement, perseverance. Here he is, along with our next presenter, a woman who has achieved a title far more accomplished and esteemed than principal of the high school. Here is former principal of the high school, Elise Dunn.
Thank you, Mrs. Delvin. It is such an honor to be here today. Good morning, CTA faculty and staff, friends and parents of the graduating class of 2026. 10 years ago, I was sitting in the CTA show alongside my classmates when I was honored with the Deborah and Philip Millen Scholarship Award. Almost immediately, I knew that I wanted to do something meaningful with this scholarship for the school that had given me so much. And thus, the Josh Wolf Award and Scholarship for Perseverance and Positivity was born. The values instilled in me at CTA have followed me into college and given me the skills and tools I need to achieve my dream of being a museum archivist. Like you, I am also a recent graduate. 3 weeks ago, I graduated from Johns Hopkins University with a second master's degree. With my second master's degree. Without a doubt, I believe that this school has played a pivotal role in my academic success. The Josh Wolf Award is presented to a CTA student who shows a determination to achieve and not give up, displays positivity and respect towards others, and has the ability to act with grace while coping and overcoming any challenges and obstacles. My personal congratulations to this morning's recipient of the Josh Wolf Award and to all the CTA students graduating.
We've all faced challenges and showed perseverance this year. I think everybody think back for a second for yourself to this year. Some of us faced challenges at school, at home, we had drama, things like that. And in some ways, each of us deserves a medal, so feel good about what you accomplished. This year's winner of the Josh Wolf Award stands out for her commitment to be the best she can be and for her grit. She does not complain about circumstances. I have never heard her say, "This is good enough." She sets her mind to what she wants and she pushes on. I'm sure she gets discouraged and disappointed like the rest of us, but she never gives up. The 2026 winner of the Josh Wolf Award for Positive and Perseverance is Evan Shakin. Far, and we could all learn a lot from her example. I'm very proud of her. Still here. All people have their good qualities and their less than good qualities. We all have our good days and our bad days. The winner of the Baseberg Award is no different. This year's winner understands that it's not always easy to do the right thing, to be good, to be positive. She does not use a bad day as an excuse for poor behavior. She holds herself to very high standards. No matter if she's had a good day or bad day, she is helpful and respectful. She surpassed all of her required community service hours early this year, volunteering at the Bexley Library, at Torrent Emmett, and at the Colell's Chill Zone program. The 2026 winner of the Baseberg Award is Sonia Weber.
The Carl and Gussie Steinberg Scholarship Award comes from a fund which was established by Nancy Steinberg Warren and Raphael Warren, parents of CTA High School alumni and my good friends from high school. This award, an amount of $250, is to be given to a graduating high school senior who has manifested the greatest potential in science. This year's recipient has distinguished himself by excelling in various science and STEM courses throughout his high school career. I got to truly see his talents this year in AP Computer Science A. As students in our class were frantically asking questions or talking to their ducks, he would silently write up a perfect or nearly perfect solution to a free response question that he would just quietly submit for feedback. I'm going to miss how he would secretly hand signal me his answer to a multiple choice question to confirm while most of the classmates were still reading the questions. I have no doubt, whether it's engineering, computer programming, actuarial sciences, or whatever he ends up going into, that we're going to be hearing great things about his successes. It's my pleasure to present the Carl and Gussie Steinberg Scholarship Award to Yitzi Cooper. In memory of parents and in-laws Deborah and Philip Millen, Rabbi Hannah Millen and Dr. Rachel Millen first established this $1,000 scholarship to be given to a graduating high school senior. It was subsequently endowed by Penny Wanger and Charles Whitney. Recipients must manifest wide-ranging intellectual curiosity, diligence, devotion to his or her studies, and sensitivity of character, empathy, and kindness towards others. This year's 12th grade has a very special place in my heart. I've had the opportunity to follow them from lower school to upper school and teach them at various points in their growth journey. They were my first ever 3rd grade class, whom I didn't teach the whole year because I had a baby. Then I taught them again in 6th grade, until I had a baby. And then COVID hit. I taught them again in 10th grade. I took a break from babies that year. And then finally, I taught them Holocaust studies this year, after returning from maternity leave. When nominating a senior for this award, I was able to reflect back on many years teaching them. So naturally, I went back to the report cards to see the comments I had written. Here are some actual comments about this year's award recipient that I had written years ago, demonstrating why they are the clear winner. In 3rd grade, a sweet and eager total learner, working hard, works diligently, completes assignments on time. In 6th grade, a conscientious student who truly succeeds, excitement to be a team player. And I can honestly say that those character traits have only become stronger with time. But what truly stands out to me is when this student wanted to gently poke fun at myself and Mrs. Jones in our role as uniform team in the 10th grade distraction. This student gave us a preview of what they had created to ask if we were comfortable with it, showing their sensitivity towards our feelings, while also having a very sharp sense of humor. So it is my pleasure to call up the winner of this year's Deborah and Philip Millen Memorial Award, a young woman who is a role model of modest daily davening, has incredible artistic talent, and taught me that iced Bugattis were not some kind of Starbucks drink in our 10th grade Hebrew class, Tamar Chrysler. She's here today, so everyone just wish her a
Okay. Let's rock little connections, folks. Cash and prizes on the line. Pay attention, lock in. Slide, please.
We got Glitch, Davis, Daryl Binsky, Big Ben, Jones, Dangler, Gifts, Yesharud, Yo, Goldie, Nate Van Gundy, Rubadoo, Inabrodsky, Ilion, Kopak, and Durrell. What do you got? What do you got? Lock in. Who's got it? Who's got it? For a t-shirt. You got a guess? What do you got?
Teachers who are here for the first year.
Teachers are first year. First year. Wow. Did she get it? Did she get it? Slide. Davis, Dangler, Durrell, rookies. How about that?
All right. That was impressive. Okay, indeed, rookies. I am about to introduce one of the great rookies of CTA this year. In his rookie year, he established that he indeed is not a puzzle himself, but is a puzzle master because he's so good at them. Here he is to give the Bob Binsky Mathematics Scholarship Award, Dr. Zach Davis.
Hey everyone. This award, named in memory of Bob Binsky by his sister Phyllis and Warren Benjamin and brother Howard and Carol Binsky, is to be given to a high school student who has exhibited grit, growth mindset, and significant progress during math class over the current school year. This award includes an $150 stipend with the recommendation to use the award to further math learning or tools. I know as much as anyone how hard and daunting mathematics can be. And unfortunately, there is no panacea for the hard work required to learn it. The award this year goes to a student who, despite their doubt, has demonstrated outstanding work ethic and improvement over the past 9 months. The student and I started on rocky terms, but they proved unwilling to quit. And not only their test scores, but much more importantly, their ability to engage with math has grown tremendously. It makes me so proud to have been part of the student's journey in my first year as a teacher, and I look forward to seeing what they can do next year and beyond. The award goes to Rena Harrow.
this thing?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Left or camp? Okay. Okay, focus, people. We've only made it through the graduation awards. We are now to the combination awards. The combination awards began in 2005 to celebrate the myriad of intellectual, artistic, and Judaic pursuits of our school. Many of these awards have a donor, so we are grateful for those donors who want to give back themselves and support the amazing and myriad work that we do. So, the combination awards, with a lot of ado. In fact, there's a lot of ado here. The ado will indeed be farther and further. There will be so much ado that Mrs. Tannenbaum will be serving up leftover ado in the teacher's lounge for the next 3 days. The first combination award, the Harry and Ivan Gilbert Creativity Award. Larry Gilbert is the son and grandson of past presidents, including Harry Gilbert, the very first president of CTA. The Gilberts have been stalwarts of the community, and fortunately for Larry, he just came up with an excuse to not be here, so he will not be here to present the award, but Ms. Strachan will in his stead.
This award is for a student who demonstrates creativity, ingenuity in problem solving, originality of thought, and a desire to think outside the box. One of the things I love about CTA is that so many of our students learn to be independent thinkers and have the confidence to truly think for themselves and approach challenges in their own way. This particular recipient, however, takes creative problem solving to a whole different level. If you put a challenge in front of him, he will find a way to solve it. It might not be the most efficient, or realistic, or even safest way to approach it, but he will solve it. This is true in academic pursuits, which I saw very clearly in my APCSA class, where he came with totally unique ways to write code to solve an FRQ, and in not so academic pursuits as well, but I won't go into all of those. I would say creative problem solving is his middle name, but we actually all know it's America. This year's recipient of the Harry and Ivan Gilbert Creativity Award is David Muir.
Everybody, when you hear long enough, you guys get to present twice. I'm presenting the David and Irene Cole Physical Education Award. This award is named by Stuart and Marilyn Cole, alumni parents, the CTA High School graduates, Sarah Cole Perlman, Ellie Cole, and Arena Cole Garden, in memory of Mr. Cole's parents. The importance and benefits of physical education has long been an integral part of the lives of the Cole family, and is therefore most appropriate that the David and Irene Cole Memorial Cup will be given in this field. This award is given to a current physical education student who is punctual in class, fully participates, whether it's his or her favorite activity, is respectful and helpful, shows great sportsmanship, and shows great attitude towards the activity and to his or her classmates. I'd like to thank the Cole family for sponsoring this cup and recognize physical education as an important piece of the student's studies. I'm honored to give the 2026 David and Irene Physical Education Cup to this person who is kind, a great teammate and classmate, positive, helpful, and always great to have in class. This year's winner is Noah Lumberg.
Now the nominees for the performative art. Nava Peltz for acting like she's the boss of the school. Talia Chapin, who, with a straight face, delivered the line, "Can we please go outside? We learn better when we're outside." Nothing to do with the UV levels. And for his role, pretending to learn when he's watching TV on his Chromebook, J.P. And for her response when asked, "Where is your phone?" Noah Berger. But for the real Max and Betty Siskin Performing Arts Award, here is Miss Angela Barch.
I am here to present the Max and Betty Siskin Performing Arts Award, named by their daughters, Ellen Siegel Pollack and Marsha Hirschfield, who I think hired me to teach. If I remember right, it's been a while. They are CTA alumni, parents, and former faculty. Max and Betty Siskin were art enthusiasts. Max was an avid reader who appreciated talented literary achievement. Betty was a capable musician who sang on her own radio program in college and played the piano for numerous gallery players and Tora Academy productions later in life. Together, Betty and Max thoroughly enjoyed going to the theater, both locally and in New York, so it is altogether appropriate that Max and Betty Performing Arts Award is named in their honor. It goes without saying, the person receiving this award is a talented actor, very funny, on and off the stage, a virtue and a curse. The actor is creative, prepared, generous on stage. At each and every rehearsal, this actor consistently worked hard, kept creating in the moment, not only for their own success, but those of their fellow actors. It is these qualities demonstrated during the production of Shakespeare Festival 2026 that the Max and Betty Siskin Performing Arts Award goes to Jacob Chaplinski.
And the nominees for the Sage Moreno Language Arts Award this year: Claude, Gemini, Gronk, and ChatGPT-5. The nominees prove that if we put our mind to it, there's nothing AI can't write for us. And so this year's award winner, among a highly competitive field, one for her humanity. Her efforts in AP Lang to lock in and have the courage to take risks and lean into her personality, that is, her voice, led her to consistently produce genuine compositions, especially those timed ones under the gun that show her skill as well as her desire to connect, to share her strong persona on the page. The winner of the Sage Moreno Language Arts Award, the walking team takeover herself, Mimi Myers. Connections, back to connections. What do you got?
Yeah, I know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yo. Okay, fine. There we go. Yes. Yes, yo.
Yeah. Hey, what do you got? Yes, sir.
Yes, you're voting with them, all students.
They're all students, but you get a shirt for trying. What do they do? They did what? They did what? All play. Slide.
That's where the US.
Yeah.
You're getting there. These guys were not born in the U.S. You're getting it. You're close. You're warm. Take a look. Okay. At CTA, our students don't just learn the lessons of the curriculum, they live it. In science class this year, students learned the mysterious and complex life cycle of viruses, from attachment to replication. At our school Shabbaton, attended by the upper school, dozens of students learned firsthand how this mysterious science works, from its spreading through proximity and contact, to its attachment to their own cells, to the body's response of 144-degree temperatures and hours-long bouts of vomiting and diarrhea. Truly, it was an immersive experience for many of us. Here to tell us more innovative ways we learn science, here's Ms. Gratian and Mrs. Brodsky.
The Dr. Carroll Park Science Achievement Award is named in memory of a dedicated science and CTA teacher, Dr. Carroll Park, who had a passion for science and her students. It was endowed by her colleagues, Mrs. Delman and Mrs. Rosenbaum, and their families. The award is presented to a student who earns high marks, shows a positive attitude, is prepared for class, and has general interest and aptitude in science. We have 2 winners this year, and Mrs. Brodsky will present the first.
In all my science classes, we usually start from the beginning. And in a Jewish school, we all know the beginning, yes, the Bereshit, yes? Or light is energy, yes? We can't make more energy, we can't make less energy, yes? What can we do really, yes? Energy naturally comes from organized forms to less organized forms. So if your room got really messy, it's really not your fault. It is the law of the universal entropy. It comes disorganized. However, what we can do is to do work. We learned from work energy theory that if we put work in the system, we can make it more organized. Yes? This is our chance and free choice to participate. Work makes change. And in many cases, very positive change. I had this year a lot of great students. They all got great grades, but it's all about amount of work. Remember work energy theory? 6, 7? Yes? How much you put in the system? Yes? I learned from my students. Yes? I hope you learn from me, I learn from you. Yes? So how much you put work in the system and amount of change that this work produces. We also learned in my science classes that our feelings and attitudes, it's very sad. Yes, are actually electromagnetic, kind of visual, complex biochemical responses, yes, to the environment, yes? So with all the difficult choices to choose the student, because many of my students have excellent grades and natural curiosity, I decided to go by the most change, the most work, and the most dramatic change that this work produced from the previous achievement to the current achievement. And the award winner is Yeva.
She not only completed every single assignment in and out of class and frequently sent me drafts of her work for feedback, but she regularly seeked out even more additional questions to practice to make sure that she had fully mastered the content. All of this effort led her to exceptional grades in the class and a real potential future in CS. I'm proud to present the Dr. Carol Park Science Achievement Award to Noah Berger.
Our next presenter, the esteemed math teacher, AP Calc scorer, wife, mother to Hannah, who got her start at CTA in the mailroom preparing envelopes. Mrs. Jones, a graduation speech shout-out, can solve any math problem put before her, but despite her prowess in computing complex, high-level problems, she has yet to solve the CTA dress code. I'm afraid it remains a mystery to us all. Here she is, Ms. Jenny Jones.
The Urban Francine Gruff Math Award, supported by Urban Francine Gruff, is given to a student who displays high achievement in math alongside a positive attitude, consistent preparation, and curiosity about math. This year we had several strong candidates, and there was a lot of debate and back and forth on my part in making the decision. But the deciding factor for me was witnessing the student explaining concepts to their peers after working through the struggle themselves. Consistently earning among the highest marks is only a small part of it. This student spent a significant amount of time asking questions to ensure a deeper understanding of the material, and I am so excited to teach them next year in AP Calc. Congratulations to this year's recipient, Noah Berger.
Sweet sorrow, part 3. If you have been a student in Mrs. Glitch's classroom, could you please come to the beat? If you have been a student in Mrs. Glitch. Join us on the beat. Thank you. Well, we are at the Social Studies Award, and I had penciled in for the schedule Mr. Gangler, history teacher, to present the award. However, Mr. Gangler couldn't make it today because he's getting married, so I'm going to do what we all teachers know when we need a sub. Hold on, here we go. Hi, Stephanie?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, we're looking for a sub today. We need somebody to present the Social Studies Award. What do you think? Let's see, Kramer available?
No, he's not here.
She's shrimp. She can cover anything. Anyway, we need somebody to step in here and present the award.
Well, I mean, Dylan was way over there. I don't want to go over there. There's really only one person left.
Okay. She'll do great. Free will do great. Maybe send her up.
And there's no substance.
But before she sends your award, Stephanie, we'd like you to come up for your picture, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Stephanie.
Spread Or stand up to a real class right here. Yeah, right here. Boys, step forward. If you're not going to be in the picture, I'll sit back down. Come forward. Everyone look my way. Thank you.
Okay, the Social Studies Award is presented to a student who has a heightened interest in all social studies classes and has demonstrated leadership in promoting the importance of history. As most of you know, I teach APUSH, Advanced Placement U.S. History. I've loved teaching it. I started teaching it last year. I'm not going to be teaching it anymore next year. I will miss teaching it so much. All of my students that I've had in APUSH, I'll miss you all dearly. Just watching you grow from the beginning of the year to the end of the year has been so meaningful for me as a teacher. And I hope you all are so proud of yourselves. And all of my history classes too. Okay. History, especially AP US History, is a demanding course that requires consistent effort, strong time management, and a willingness to tackle challenging material. Even when faced with struggles along the way, the student never gave up. They approached every assignment with determination, completed their work on time, and consistently put forth tremendous effort. What stands out most is their genuine interest in the subject. They came to class each day with a positive attitude, a desire to learn, and a level of respect and politeness that made them a pleasure to teach. Their hard work, perseverance, and character have earned the admiration of both their teachers and classmates. Just another note, this person is just someone who you genuinely want to be around all the time. They're someone who you see in the hallway and they say hello, they ask you how they are, they say thank you after every class. They're just a really kind person, and I'm really happy to have had them 2 years. And in other history classes, the student brings the same genuine interest and dedication. It's my honor to present this year's History Award to Talia Taken.
If anything, this year has reminded us how important our connection to Israel remains. Should we be considering a gap year there, joining the IDF, or visiting family, we recognize the perils we face today. Heck, just flying home from Israel might turn into a 3-week affair, as Aliyah will tell you. In any case, the essential for Torah study, for making Aliyah, for navigating airports, is the Hebrew language. Please give it up for the Hebrew department, represented today by our next presenter, Laura Fenley.
The Desha family are lifelong supporters of CTA, and their commitment to Hebrew and Israel education is a valuable part of their dedication to CTA. The family valued the Hebrew language so much that they created an award for Hebrew achievement. The Ari Deshe Hebrew Language Award is endowed by Ari and Ann Deshe and their family in support of their love for the state of Israel and their appreciation for Hebrew language education. It is with great pleasure that I present the Ari Deshe Hebrew Language Award today. We have many very good students, but the Ari Deshe Hebrew Language Award is given to a top high school student who demonstrates excellence with all Hebrew language skills, a student who is respectful and dedicated, works hard and actively participates in Hebrew class and programs. This year, the Ari Deshe Award is given to a student who had engaged in the advanced Hebrew classes for several years and therefore significantly demonstrated excellent speaking, reading, and writing in Hebrew. This student's writing and speaking skills are always exact, grammatically correct, and convey exactly the ideas that the student wishes to communicate with richness of vocabulary. This student has always strived for high academic achievements with organization and excellent study habits. This student always conveys consistent respect, kavod, for teachers and fellow students alike. This student is ambitious, enthusiastic, and has high standards for learning Hebrew. I was always impressed with his writing, his hard work, and his excellence in Hebrew. It is my pleasure to give this year the Ari Deshe Hebrew Language Award to my 12th grade student, Yitzi Cooper.
Take a moment. New design, the CTA Middle School will have its own identity, its own wing of the school. This new innovation was actually first designed in 1992. While there will be integration into the upper school for many classes, the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders will finally have their own home base, lockers and all, not to be bothered by the trivial affairs of high school. So when you come back next fall, check out the new digs of the middle school in the middle school wing. In fact, the lockers will be right outside the art room in the old gym, so Miss Van Horn can keep close tabs. Here she is to share her thoughts on the move, artist extraordinaire, Miss Van Horn.
I think it's a great idea about the lockers. Good, thank you. All right. The visual award is endowed by Laura and Ira Lutzen in memory of Laura's father, Robert Lutzen. Mr. Lutzen was a great art enthusiast with countless works hanging in his home. His grandchildren graduated from CTA, and 2 of his great-grandchildren now attend the school, continuing their family legacy. The winner is someone who is a great artist and is talented, but she also has a dedication to improving her artistic skills. I am pleased to give this award to Tamar Chrysler. She is not here today, so congratulations.
She's very much alive in our hearts and deeds. We weren't sure that she'd like an award with her name on it, as her habit was to give anonymously, or to sign her ads in the ad book Auntie. Sherry was a teacher, which defined most of her life, but Auntie was her avocation in her second act after retirement. She moved to Columbus and doted on her great nephews. She loved CTA and her kishkas. She came to events here and faithfully picked up Yak and Yona for coffee dates at Starbucks on Wednesdays. When Sherry passed away, we found 2 small tote bags that were still packed, like she was ready to go. One was for her book club, and the other one had her Jewish learning. She adored the Mountain Mini School, and when it no longer existed, she continued to study with Rabbi Gary Cosberg. Sherry would be delighted to honor the academic achievements of a young woman to our scholar. Her mother and my grandmother hosted a Gemara class with Rabbi Statsky in her home. I shared my love of Torah learning with her, and when she had the opportunity to meet Rabbi Anna Hinken in Columbus, she was thoroughly impressed by her. Rabbi Hinken was able to communicate to her that there were new heights that young women were reaching in their studies, and she was awed by it. It is my honor to present this award with Morai Yoetzet.
The recipient of this year's Sherry Lehman Women's Talmud Award is a young woman who consistently inspires me with her genuine desire to understand Torah, bring Torah lessons to life, and share Torah with others. While I have taught this student Judaic studies in both lower and middle school, it has been the consistency of our Talmud study in high school where I can see the most growth and achievement. She is a pillar in our Gemara class, ready to lend a hand to other students who need help understanding the Sugya. She consistently achieves high marks, demonstrating her understanding of the Shakalatariya and increasing her familiarity with common Talmudic vocabulary. On more than one occasion, she and I have studied Talmud and other areas of Torah outside of school so that she can teach others, either in the form of an NCSY Dvar Torah or even a Shavuot Shir in front of a mostly adult crowd at congregations where I met. In our most recent unit, she stayed after class many times to discuss the challenges, but her powerful desire to incorporate newly learned halachot into her own life. It caused her to be late to anatomy class many times, and for that we owe Mrs. Brodsky our deepest apologies. She brings to mind a famous quote from the Amora, Rabbi Chanina, in Masachet Tani, Daf Zayin Amud Aleph, Harbe limadati merabotai, umechavira yoter merabotai, umitalmidai yoter mikulam. I have learned much from my teachers and even more from my friends, but from my students I have learned more than from all of them. I just want to share a quote from the Gemara final I gave yesterday to the students. Hashem gave us the tools we need to determine halacha, but we must remain consistent with them and not make exceptions. We have to follow through with the system Hashem set up with us, and in that way, we can be partners with Hashem, as this student truly is. Please welcome Gabriella Ilin, winner of this year's
there. Let's get back to connections. You guys were real close for the win. What do you got? What do you got? Yes, sir.
Yo, Gis, Goldie, Big Ben.
And they are? Slide, please. They're the wiffle ball champs. Don't forget the 2025 Greenfields wiffle ball champs. Pitch, please. Which won in dramatic fashion against Shake and Bake this year. Congratulations. The Wiffle Ball League, which plays at lunch, is just one way that CTA helps students detach from their phones. As we know, schools across the country are confronting this issue. Our phone use leads to screen addiction and depression and anti-socialization, which is why we discourage phone use at lunch, especially for our girls who are more susceptible to the ills of the screen. We encourage socialization. We encourage not just zoning out and passively giving up to a constant scroll, chasing the next reel, the next post, the next story, as the dopamine hit change you like Fortunato in the cask of Amontillado. And I think it's time that we wake up and present the next Cup Award. I would like to introduce Rabbi Zuckerman, Rena Pouts, and Nava Pouts to the Bima.
Hi, everyone. The Matthew Eric Phelps Talmud Award is dedicated to the memory of my father and is donated by my grandparents, Jay Russell and Linda Phelps. This award is dedicated for his love for Torah learning and Gemara, which was always very important to him.
It is given in his memory to a student who shares the same love for Torah learning and Gemara that he did.
I just want to go off script for a minute. I think everyone here will be okay with that except for maybe one person, but unfortunately for all of us, that person is not going to be active member of our school community soon. And I just feel that it would be remiss not to say something about Randolph in my brief time that I have the mic. On a personal level, he's been a mentor for me, which I never got to focus on. But I remember speaking before I came to Columbus, even he probably doesn't remember advising me about different things. But really what I wanted to highlight right now, which I think is very important for all the students to hear, for all of you to know, is that in your minds, you probably see Randolph is not so involved in the school, meaning he's not your teacher, he speaks at different events. But Chazal tell us that a person should have a lot of students. And Rabbi Randolph, what he does is he's created a lot of students. On one level, it's all of us staff who all are guided by him, and all these meetings he's in where he's guiding people and advising them how to deal with you, which impacts you very directly. And beyond that, he I don't know if you're aware of this, he davens every day. I don't know if he's probably embarrassed I'm sharing that, but I think it's important for you to know that he davens for you every day. He thinks about what he can do best for you. So I feel it's important for all of you to know that and to have, of course, I'll tell you to have appreciation for that, all that he's done for all of us, and we're going to miss him a lot. He looks like he wants to kill me, but I apologize to you. I'm trying nothing. Okay, back to our word. So Baruch Hashem, we had a very strong year in our class this year. We had a really, really great group of guys. We finished the first part of Makos. And it was really, really great year. I think all the boys know that. We had a really great year. Something that isn't always appreciated in our world, I think it was a great leading. I'm not sure Mr. Brown, we didn't plan this, but his whole discussion about technology was a perfect lead-in to something that we see in Chazal, which is sometimes being quiet is actually a tremendous attribute. We live in a world where noise, right, Mr. Allen? Noise. Everyone looks at noise in reels. That's about reels. Everyone's looking at reels and noise and all kinds of other flashy things that cause a lot of excitement. But in Chazal, they talk about how quietness and listening silence is a sign of wisdom. When a person listens, they absorb information, they take everything in, they can analyze it. And our winner is definitely someone who exemplifies that. He's someone who he takes it all in. I ask him a question, he knows exactly, he understands it, he has clarity. His quietness is really deadly, to be honest, but it's a tremendous attribute which will in Yirtzeh Hashem take him very, very far in his learning Torah next year and Lev HaTorah. This year's winner of the Matthew and Eric Peltz Award, Matthew Eric Peltz Talmud Award is Yitzi Cooper.
present the Pearson and Thea. Pearson and Thea President Dave Studies Award. Many of you did not know my parents. Pearson and Thea Preston, they were involved in the school since it was founded in 1958. My dad was the treasurer for over 4 decades. He also took many pictures of all the events. In fact, upstairs in the one room upstairs is probably over 50 boxes of pictures, which we still keep trying to get through, and they end up on the alumni Facebook page. We have to get through this. My mom was in charge of the scholarship dinner handbook in the years of rotary phones, paper, pen, and typewriters. I was in the second graduating class, 8th grade in 1967. My sister graduated 2 years later. And my sister and husband have 4 kids, quadruplets, who all graduated from high school. My husband and I have 3 daughters who graduated from the high school, and Mindy and Matt and her have 3 children at CTA. Well, you just graduated high school as the first 3rd generation. Tubi just finished 9th grade and Kayla finished 7th grade. Our middle daughter, Miss Tannenbaum, was a 1st grade general studies teacher. She's just finishing her 21st year of teaching. And our youngest daughter, Joy, lives in Silver Spring, Maryland. Jewish education was very important to my parents, and I'm sure that they'd be very proud of Mr. who's giving us award today.
The winner of this year's award, besides being a very strong presence in our class, he's always worked hard to make sure he understands everything. He's always available to help other students, so he's willing to learn with other students who need that. That's all in class. Outside of school, besides being a regular, coming to do extra learning at the COLA, you could say he's very involved in NCSY as the regional board president. How often do we have a regional board president of Columbus? I have no idea. Exactly. So it's not so common, I guess. Say that. Even though I hear that NCSY, once again, is the Columbus NCSY was here is the best chapter in Central East. So I know next year we have 4 kids on Rebo. So I think that's a good stat, right, guys? That's what I heard. That's a good stat. Okay. So besides being regional president, which obviously takes a lot of time and energy and recruitment and planning and all of that goes into running any organization, as anyone is involved in leadership in any organization tell you. He still has time for his extra learning and just really being a very, very strong student, and I'm sure next year he'll continue that at Shalom, which is an excellent yeshiva. This year's winner, in case you couldn't guess, of the, here we go again, I don't remember the names. Here's an India Press. Drew Diggs Studies Award is Akiva Chaikin. And finally, the last 4. Can you get it? Slide. Jones, Van Gundy, Glitch, and Nate all giving shout-outs at graduation for what they did. And this, in the end, fittingly, is perhaps the most important of the awards. The thing that we will, in the end, be judged for, even more than our achievement, is our goodness to each other. For the Rabbi David Statsky Midot Award, here is Rabbi Ari Newman.
the Rabbi David Stavsky Meter Award, which is supported by Michael Zeffer and Anita White, all of whom are pillars to the Commons community. I think we all live in the shadow of Stavsky and all the work that he did to build Commons. The Meter Award goes to a student that I've been teaching for the last 2 years, and I thought that there was a Mishnah that really helped me explain why this woman deserves this award. The Mishnah, towards the end of Maseches Avos, has 3 statements. Shammai Omer, Shammai says, Asik Toras Ba'Kavav. You should make your Torah learning regular. Now, when people come to school, it's very common that when they have an option between choosing an easier path or a harder path, they choose the easier path because it's school. But this student decided that she wanted to push herself. She wanted to work hard. And even though she knew this was not going to be simple, she wanted to make this something that she could strive for, to build herself. And so she chose the Advanced Gemara's class, even though it was not going to be easy. And that hard work, and that willingness to put in hard work, is for sure a midah tova that she exemplifies. The second statement of the Mishnah is Emor ma'at v'aseh harbeh. Say little and do a lot. Can't say she says so little, but she does a tremendous amount. This awardee, in addition to being recently elected to be the local NCSY president, also volunteers for challah baking with NCSY every single time it happens. Ellie says that she's there and helps deliver. A number of different places where she finds herself. I'm not exactly sure where she has time, but if you're looking for somebody to volunteer, she's always game. And the final statement, I think this is really the one that exemplifies Sophie Zinn more than any, is Evimikabel es kol adam b'sefer panim yefot. That you greet everybody with a bright and happy smile. I think that once Sophie wakes up, their smile exudes on her face. She's so happy. And it doesn't matter what's going on. She's always good for a good joke, a good ribbing. She loves the rage baiting and everything else that happens in our class. And it is an honor to offer the David Stavsky Midot Award, Rabbi David Stavsky Midot Award, again, supported by Michael Zeffer and Anita White, to Sophie.
Some students who have been designated. Thank you, please. Abraham Drandal moved to Columbus from Baltimore in 2006. He and his wife Hope and infant daughter Temi joined Columbus community. He worked at the Kollel. When a teaching position at the local day school opened up, he had no teaching degree. He had zero training for working in a school, let alone being a head of one. And yet, since ascending to the position of head of school in 2015, Rabbi Randolph has captained the ship through the high seas of a Jewish day school. So often when faced with a challenge, and there have been so many, RD, as he is known, remains calm under pressure, always willing to find the proper democratic solution no matter the problem. No doubt his groundedness and resilience comes from his life as a New York Met fan. A quick story. It must have been 2008 or 2009 when Rabbi Drandal had just been hired as a teacher. It was during a wiffle ball game, and the new guy was playing third base. Hopefully nobody would hit it there. And sure enough, somebody hit a rocket, and I mean a bullet. A screaming liner down the third base line, and RD, the new guy, goes full extension. I mean, horizontal extension. And somehow the ball and his outstretched hand became one. No one could believe it. He just got up and threw the ball back. No big deal. That's how we roll. You know, and that's one of those, we just witnessed one of the most incredible plays. Let's just keep playing, but don't take my word for it. Here are some students with some words.
For your mission-driven leadership and forging the CTA way, the pillars of the mission aren't just taking points, but the light that guides our programs, our teaching, and how we work together.
You never wavered in your commitment to excellence in the classroom. You supported our principals from Delman to Stalfino to Eisenberg to Groucho in advancing our academics and college readiness so that all of us are prepared in our next step.
We thank you for your undying support of our athletics. You believed in the importance of those lessons that happen outside the classroom. Your presence at our games gave value to competition. Look at the CBI has grown under your administration, a testament to the power of belief and collaboration.
Your fundraising plan was a hurdle no previous head of school could overcome. Bold, innovative, and successful, you always got the job done for the needs of the present with the eye of the future.
As a head of school, a father, a husband, and a classroom teacher, your commitment to Torah values was the rock on which our culture is built. You live a life ever connected to Torah, and in turn, we all have benefited.
Finally, we are grateful for your compassion and genuine concern for all your students and teachers. You've been there for us, sharing your empathy when we were in need, and your pride when we celebrated our achievements. You are exotic, and your impact on others will not be forgotten.
And with that, I thank you for your leadership, Rabbi Randolph, and I welcome you to the Bima. Ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi
finding myself speechless, which for those who know me, that's rare. There's a story told about a bunch of college students who they love the mountain climb, they love to challenge themselves. There was a particular path that they wanted to challenge themselves. It would take several days of a hike to get to the top of the mountain. And they decided the most fun would be once we get to that top. We'll take our university's flag and we'll put it into the mountain. They figured it would take about 5 days to do. 3 days into the hike, it was hard, it was challenging, ups and downs, some scratches, some bumps. As they're walking, working their way up to the top, getting a little bit close, but still a couple of days removed, a helicopter flew over them. And the person flying the helicopter looks down at them and says, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" We said, "We're trying to get to the top of the mountain. We're going to put our flag in the top." He says, "Listen, just get in the helicopter. I'll get you there in 5 minutes. You don't need another day of hiking. I'll bring you to the top." And they told the pilot, "You're missing the point. Putting the flag in the top of the mountain is the means. The goal is the hike. The goal is that hard work. The goal is following our passion. It's that commitment, persevering through that difficult task with a 5-day hike. That's the real goal." And when we think about today, our event today, this is really just a means of all that, of the goal. When you put things in perspective, we start planning next school year in December. That's when we start writing the budget for the next year. There are probably thousands and thousands of meetings, literally, to build a school year. And you think about the various awards and recognitions today, from basketball to dance, golf, academics. Think about how many hours of work and perseverance there is to make that happen. For those who get the Talmud Award, for the Good Mido, that doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens with that perseverance, it's that commitment, it's the journey. And that's what we're celebrating here. And it's hard. I truly love this school. I love what the school stands for. And I think it's so important as I reflect through this award ceremony to realize CTA is an unbelievably unique school. It's a special school. It's not a school, it's really a movement. It's a movement that makes a national impact. You see it anywhere you go. Constantly get over my journeys over the last 10 years as the head of school, traveling to various places for different meetings on behalf of the school. And people just absolutely love this school. They love what the school stands for. So I mentioned the fundraising. You have no idea how easy it was to sell this school. People wanted to be part of it. People want to have a piece of it. They want to partner because it's your hard work. They're investing in your future. My bracha to you is to remember always, live in the moment. Don't be afraid to take chances. Don't be afraid to follow your dreams. And really just continue to stay strong in the CTA movement. Thank you. Let's go without a picture. We are presenting you with a gift. Yeah, there we go. Well, there's many gifts here. There's many of them. A pack of hacky sacks that you can take with you on your journey to Connecticut. Rabbi Randolph. And finally, one last picture. If you'd like to come up and get a picture with Randolph, that'll conclude our ceremony today. Mazel tov to all the winners and to everyone here. Have a great summer. Good night and good luck.
Up on stage, up on stage. Everybody. Not listeners. Not listeners. Okay, look my way. Get up there. Go, go, go. Okay.
You put it on the wall as well.
Yeah. Oh, I have funny stuff to put on the wall. So much. Okay, everyone look my way. Steve, are you in or out?
I'm going to get this first.
I don't think I have to watch. Okay, I don't have one.
Well, go ahead. Here you go. Hold on, one more. 0.5. 0.5 wide angle. Boom. Boom. Top.
Mr. Guiden, thank you for a wonderful year. Good luck with the rest of it.
Hey guys, it's me, Elliot.
No, we're gonna.
Here.